Hello everyone and welcome back to the HCW YouTube channel. My name is Rate Wrestle and today we've got another UK Indie Show preview. We're doing Kamikaze Pro Live 32 and we've got a very special guest, the man that's in the main event, the man that run the Roulette Rumble at the last show, Nate Reilly, the Skywalker. How are you doing?
I'm all good, mate. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I normally just say living the dream. I'm trying to change that because it just sounds I'm really grumpy all the time. But yeah, living the dream. So you've just come back from training, haven't you, to join the show, which is nice of you.
Yeah, we just had a bit of an open session at the Kamikaze Dojo with a couple of us in there. So yeah, it was a bit of a rush back, especially with the snow going on at the minute.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it is at the moment, but it said around my area it's quite sleety, but I've been down around Birmingham, it's kind of getting a bit heavy now.
Yeah. I'm looking at my window just now, and I'm a bit worried I'm going to get snowed in the morning. So
Exciting
well, I
times.
might have to do a phone call to work.
See, I work from home, so I have no excuse. I'm gutted about that nowadays. So yeah, we're going to be discussing Kamikaze Pro Live 32, which is on March 12th, coming up this Sunday. I nearly said Saturday. So this sort of, just for your own benefit, we're releasing this tomorrow, which will be a Thursday. For the people that are watching, it's released, obviously. So tickets are on sale. I don't know if VIP is still going, but you can get your annual admission for £8. Stetchford Social Club. Birmingham, and it's a banging venue. I love it. The Stetchford Social Club. It's so like full on, so close up, and like the last time we were there, it was packed.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so what we'll do is we'll kick off. So we'll probably start with the newer guys. So there's two debuts on the show. So we'll kick off with the first one I see, which will be. Here we go. So we've got my co-host and the lovely Alex Connors, the guy that loves me so much. And he's going to be fighting JC. So obviously I know a lot about Alex Connors, but can you tell me much about JC?
He's a very confident lad. Bless him. He, he genuinely believes in himself. To be fair to him, mate. Like every time he comes in, he's got this little catchphrase that I won't spoil. Like you guys will have to hear that on Sunday. But he shouts it out, and you just can't help but love it. Like just the cleverness of it. But in ring as well, he's a grafter,
Yeah.
absolute grafter. Like he's here 3 times, I think 4 times, sometimes a week, and he is putting the effort in. Like he lets you know what he wants to do, and then he does his best to achieve it. Like we're trying to, I think it was a buckshot lariat the other week.
Jesus.
I don't know, like after the CM Punk thing, I thought that moved. But he was throwing himself like he didn't land it. I don't want to talk down to him, but he didn't land it. But the fact that he was just like getting up every single time going again just sort of gives you an idea of who he is as a wrestler. So that one's going to be interesting to see how he goes against Alex Connors.
Yeah, like I follow him a bit on Instagram, and I see he's literally at the dojo like for like a lot of the time. He's just there, living there, basically. He's
Yeah.
going by the last king standing, and I can see here. So that's a very bold moniker to go by. I'm be honest. Um,
That's the first I've heard of that, the last king standing, you know. Like
Well,
I
it's
mean
Kamikaze have announced it that way, so unless he doesn't know
oh,
about it and they've just decided that's your name. So,
I can see that, but that's a fitting moniker. That's a fitting. I can see that being something that he'd call himself. Yeah.
yeah, and obviously he's going against the Inquisitor Alex Connors, who just came off a proper match of the night performance against Kay Jutler. He talked highly of that match, but now I think he's going to be quite annoyed because he spoke in one of the previous previews that he'd feel like he'd be facing more of the top opponents,
Yeah.
and now he's gone back to facing another debut, which I think he's probably going to try and murder Jason, to be honest.
But yeah, I see where he's coming from in terms of he thinks he's got to go higher on the pecking order. But I mean, I eliminated him in the Roulette Rumble,
Oh.
so and I'm still fairly green to the business. Like I'm the third match in, so if I can eliminate him in the Roulette Rumble, then maybe he needs to go back down and retrain himself a bit, have a think about what he's doing, and then go from there. So maybe this is a good move for him.
Okay,
Might
Alex.
not like it.
Yeah, Alex is definitely going to watch this, so I'd probably watch out for your opinions on him.
I'm waiting
Um,
for the text. Just that little text saying, "What are you saying about me?" Just
Probably going to do a disclaimer now saying any opinions of Nate are not my own, just because I have to deal with him on a regular basis. But yes, who would you pick as going to win in this match?
see, even after I've just said it, I feel Alex Connors has got this one right. It does come down to the experience, and it's just pure ruthlessness as combined with the creativity of it. Like I reckon JC, while being a grafter and while being very good, he's got a bit. He's yet to have that in-ring experience. So I'm backing Alex Connors on this one.
Yeah, and he's a big, like a big guy to face, Alex Connor straight up.
Mhm.
So kind of veteran, kind of like that scene. It's gonna be a hard one. But hopefully JC can at least pull out some moves to not just be squashed. That's not what we
Oh
want.
yeah,
Last king standing. um, so
he'll
next,
pull out some good things. Don't worry about that.
yeah, he does look like he's got some random stuff going on in the bag. Just out of nowhere, he's going to pull out some kind of ridiculous move. He looks like that kind of move, that guy. But moving on, we've got a second matchup, which is Maximus Okoro. I'm going to go with that. I might have butchered his surname. And he's fighting the one and only Luke Douglas. So, as people know, we've discussed it on the podcast. Luke does take a lot of the new starter trainers at dojo. So he probably has taught Maximus a lot of the stuff he knows. And Luke likes to bully the newer people, as you found out as well. Very hard hitting Luke. He doesn't take the matches lightly.
Like he still bullies me now, but like that ain't stopped. But he is very like obviously with him moving on to becoming bit more of a trainer nowadays. He's taking on more responsibility with the beginners. And thing is with Maximus is me and him started at the same time, so we've kind of come up in the training together. Like I think he was there a week before me, I think, and I like to call him Spring Heeled Max because his jump is ridiculous,
Okay.
like genuinely ridiculous. Like I bet you right now, if he was in this house, he'd jump over my head, like over
Jesus.
this. Yeah, he's absolutely mad. But I think Luke did obviously give us all a bit of hazing, so he's been put through the ringer. He has, so he's absolutely ready. I actually think he was ready for this
Yeah.
about 2 shows ago. Like I personally, I mean, I'm not the guy in charge. I'm not the guy who makes the bookings. I'm not the guy who says, "Yep, you're ready, thumbs up." But I think he was ready for this a long time ago. So this is like a long time coming. We've been waiting for this one. So I'm looking forward to see what he's pulling out and showing you guys.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I understand you guys see the 1%, while we see the 100%.
Yeah. So this will be obviously his debut via that. He's going by the moniker. I'm assuming you may have heard this moniker. He's going by the modern day gladiator.
I mean, because he is one, simply put. He is a modern day gladiator. He's an absolute unit of a human being. He is. Like, one thing he does, which I'm very, like, I struggle to do this myself. Like, we can't call it the Ridgeway workout because when Chris Ridgeway did a seminar and we went to it, he got doing, like, these push-up variations combined with sit-ups and, like, Hindu squats. And I think it's, like, 30 repetitions of each exercise, and you do it 6 times.
Okay.
Maximus does it 10. So
yeah, he can
there's a
go for the
reason
name. Yeah, the name can go with that. Jesus Christ.
exactly.
But yeah, so he's facing the member of the Bled, the Luke Douglas 21st Century Hero. So Luke's just come off a win against Lucia Lee from mischievous means, supposedly. I'm very biased towards Luke, as you'll find out on the show. Alex Connors hates it because he's my friend, I'll rate him highly, which there's no truth to that. It's just a good wrestler. But yeah, so Luke, I can see it's pretty much he's going to try, and obviously as he's done with yourself, he did with Edgar. I believe he had a match with Edgar. That's just in my mind. It just didn't click, and yeah. So I feel like it's going to be the same route. That it's just pretty much going to be a full-on respect me in the ring kind of. I've taught you everything you know, but you don't know everything I know. Basically, that kind of scenario.
So,
yeah, go on.
yeah, I would say with that, like, we do respect him in the ring. So with these matches, I actually don't think it is the fact of him saying respect me now.
Yeah.
Because he knows we respect his abilities. Like we won't be like we've asked him his advice every step of the way. We've said, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" I think this is more like, especially on my end and Edgar's end, like with Matt, it'll be the same. This is more him saying, "Earn your place." Like, I know for a fact, like if I didn't earn my place, he wouldn't have picked me up at the end of my match,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't have shook Edgar's hand. So this is him just kind of saying, like, "All right, I've taught you think like what you know. You're going out into the wrestling industry, and which is obviously a very tough industry.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is him just sort of giving us the graduation, so to speak. So I do reckon that's sort of his mindset in there, not necessarily the respect aspect. Like, am I making sense there?
No, I don't understand where you're coming from. That does make him a lot more kind of like an aspect. Obviously, because you're more within the thing, I can only see it from the outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to go with Luke for this match, obviously, for main reasons that he is the trainer. So I can see it pretty much being he can know everything that Maximus will know.
Like, yeah, it's very similar to the last two matches. Like, I do reckon he's got this one in the bag, but Maximus is going to make him work for it. Like, he might, well, he might win this one, but he won't win it easily. It won't be a squash. I promise you that now.
No, that's good. It's good to see, as you said, the new guys coming through. So hopefully this kind of shines him upon and he moves forward as well, like yourself and Edgar did. So looking forward to it. We'll go up with. I'm going to go with the one that was just announced tonight, which is Hassan Ali versus Ryan Parrott. Is a match coming up. With this one, both guys are kind of struggling right now. Like Hassan's picking up wins, but then losses, then wins, losses. And Ryan's pretty much been on a losing streak since he's been back, but he's been showing signs of he's going to push through.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much. I can't. It's like a dead heat match for me. I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely an interesting one. Like we saw it while we were at the training earlier. Like we saw it on Instagram, and
Yeah.
it was one we weren't expecting. Like we never would have guessed it. We all had our ideas of who was going to be next, but this one was completely out of the blue for us. But I mean, what's interesting to me is they're both powerhouses.
Yeah.
Like they both like to hit hard. I mean, Hass's spear. I mean, I've been on that 2 or 3 times, like during our training sessions, and I do not enjoy it, to say the least. I hate it so much. But Ryan, like, I did just try and take him down with shoulder tackle, like Monday just gone, and he won't budge.
He's
Like,
a big unit, that's why, I know, Ryan.
oh,
Like, people don't realise the size of him height-wise until you see him like live in person.
like, can we swear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think as soon as I did hit him and he didn't budge, I just shouted out to the roof, "Give me a fucking break!" Because I was like, "What can I do to him?" Like, but so that'll be the interesting aspect, seeing like what kind of power, how like who comes out on top as a powerhouse in there. That's what I'll be interested to see out of that one.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, like Hassan, to be fair, the losses Hassan suffered, he's been one of them. He was a couple of times he's been cheated by Samuel Hughes. So it's not
Yeah.
more of that he's losing. He's just been he's been done basically both times I've seen him.
Even with the losses he's faced, like last time he lost against Chantel, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
but that's Chantal, isn't it?
Chantel. I mean, even though he lost, he put up a fight, bless him. So I mean, I think he's on a bit of a losing streak, but he's not out. He's far from out. And sorry, the dogs just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, no worries. Kamikaze videos of full of dogs and animals and parrots and stuff for some reason. Not Ryan Parrot, but
sorry, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries at all, mate. So yeah, with and then obviously Ryan, he's just lost to Brandon, and he's just like, which was going to be a big one because Brandon's just come out from being the Kamikaze kid, so that's a big match for him. And then obviously Kieran's pretty much a veteran of the Kamikaze dojo scene, so the two guys, tough opponents. I probably would swing towards Hassan because I feel like he's got a bit more. Like Ryan's got a chip on his shoulder, which is dangerous. But I feel like, as I said, Hassan, he's lost 2 matches against Samuel because he got cheated, and the other loss is against Chantal, which is fair enough. Like that's the way I look at it with Chantal.
See, I'm kind of looking at along lines of a Haas's speed,
Yeah.
like because I don't know who's stronger out of the two. I don't know who's the bigger powerhouse. But in terms of speed, Hassan is definitely faster.
Mm.
So I would be backing Haas over that aspect because I mean I think you can kind of tell from myself and some of the other guys in the dojo. We are very much a believer of speed kills.
Yeah.
Like so I think in terms of that, I'd be backing Haas.
Yeah, I think that is a good option. Especially Hassan has said like he's not struggling to pick up wins. He's just getting except for the Chantal, it's just he's getting done in the matches with Samuel Hughes. It's just it's not his fault. Whereas Ryan's he's just coming up short, but it's not he's being cheated out of matches. He's just coming up short.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be a good match. I feel it's going to be like a make or break match for both guys, though. But we'll see what happens. Next up, a match I'm really looking forward to. So I've been bringing up. So we got Samuel Hughes, the man that's just decided that he hates everyone now, the red-headed rascal, as he's supposedly called right now, and he's going to be facing Lucia Lee. This is going to be a very good match. Sam, since his turn of being a nice guy to an absolute dickhead, against Lucia Liu, who's done the opposite effect. She wasn't a dickhead in the first place, let me not say, but she wasn't a very nice person at the start of the Kamikaze. And now she's kind of gone to a coward favourite. She's going to have a chip on her shoulder due to obviously the Luke Douglas cheating to win. And Samuel Hughes is the master of cheating to win right now, so it's a very good battle, I feel like.
Like, see, I feel what you're forgetting there, mate, is with Lucia Lee, she knows all the tricks.
Yeah.
Like she knows, yeah, she's been there. Like she's done that. So like, and she's an amazing wrestler. Truth be told, like honestly, I can't say enough good things about her as a wrestler. As a person as well, I should say, by the way, because in case just in case she's watching this and she says, "Oh, what about my personality?" Like, she knows all the tricks. Like, cause Sam's still quite new to being a dick. Like,
he's doing well for himself, though. I'm going to be honest.
Like he has comfortably settled into being a dick, but she knows the tricks. So I mean, I'll be interested to see if those tricks he's pulling out is going to affect Lucia as much as they have with Hassan, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think we all saw in that match, like Hassan was just purely baffled. Like when he did, obviously he had that low blow in there. He just did not understand like what happened. He was lost, bless him. But Lucia, it's kind of like she's been there, she's done that, she's seen it,
Yeah.
and she's had fair warning as well. She knows he's a dick. A lot of dick references going on right now. I'm gonna have to slow that down.
Yeah,
But,
it's normal for Sam to have a lot of dick references, so it's fine.
yeah.
But what I like about it as well is from early like Kamikaze, it's the complete role reversal. So Sam was part of Heroes Next Door, and then Lucia Lee was part of Second to None. The opposite effect as they were running roughshod on the Kamikaze Pro, and Sam Hughes trying to fight the good fight, and now it's just the exact opposite. Sam Hughes is running roughshod on Kamikaze Pro, and Lucia Lee is trying to fight the good fight. And they tweeted out recently, because I tweeted out about the match because I thought it was hilarious. So Lucia Lee tweeted a reply to the tweet, which basically I said, really fucking looking forward to this. Samuel has been on a roll, and I like to feel I have 2% of this credit because basically what I did is I called that Sam would cheat to beat Hassan on the actual the preview, and then he kicked him in the dick. So I have 2% credit of that.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Go watch that video. I was going like you're both like nice guys and stuff like that. He might be one of you might have to kind of pull it out the bag somewhere. And he went, I'll look into it. And then literally, I was there watching it live, and he kicked him in the dick, and he just looked at me and went, that wasn't my fault.
So this.
Yeah, it's probably
You
unlocked it. I unlocked this. But yeah, so when Lucy Incredible, I feel she is a bit more wise, so it's she will know how to kind of counteract the cheating of the rules. And then she literally replied, "I'll bite his fucking face off if he tries anything silly." And then Sam replied, "I'm going to kick her in the dick." So who knows what's going to happen this match?
Well, she is a rabid Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like, she is vicious. She is absolutely vicious. So, I mean, I feel like I'm putting Sam a bit down here, no, but thing is, he is a crafty little lad. He is. But I mean, there's a reason why he's called the Red-Headed Rascal. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you there, mate, but I'm backing Lucia on this one. I think she's got one.
I honestly probably would. It's hard because I would probably go with Lucia just because I feel like it's harder for Lucia to be cheated out. Then again, she also just lost to Luke when he grabbed the ropes. I didn't back up my story straight away there. I feel like she's not going to get done twice that way. So I would say Lucia Lee is more than likely going to pick up the win. Or Sam's just going to decide that this isn't for him and he's just going to cheat and actually get caught and not get cared. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be one or two ways.
Definitely going to shoot. It's just how is he going to shoot? That's the interesting thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's twice. Lucia's not going to get caught twice with it. That's pretty much my bag. So I'll go with you and Lucia. So before we go towards the main event, which has a place in your heart, we've got one last final match, which it's going to be a bouter of a match. So we've got MJ Grayson, the Icon of Sin, which he's going by now. He's just come up short in the last two Kamikaze Pro shows for the title, and he's facing Chantel Jordan. So that match is just going to be insanely brutal, like so hard hitting. It's going to be sad to watch. There's going to be murder.
I'm ready to cringe.
Yeah.
I'm ready to cringe in the back. There's going to be a few moments where we're all going to flinch and we're all going to just wish we hadn't saw that. Like, yeah, that's one I'll be honest, out of all of them at the minute, that's one I'm looking forward to.
No, it's going to be good.
Like, I reckon MJ Grayson is going to be trying to almost limit the striking.
Yeah.
Because I know he loves to strike. I mean, again, I've been on the receiving end of a couple of them. But he absolutely adores it. But I think he knows in a striking match with Chantel, it's very hard to become the victor. Like, it's going to be, you're fighting an uphill battle there. So he's probably going to try and keep it grounded. Because as much as he loves to strike, he loves his technical side. Adores it. So striking with Chantal is his uphill battle. So he's definitely going to try and put it down to the ground.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart way to focus. Chantal, his strokes are deadly, whereas MJ has got a good ground game, especially when he was against Ridgeway. He kind of proved that. But yeah, Chantal's just on, like, she's always on a peak. She's been the peak of her career for like the last 5 years, and it's just going to continue for the rest of her life, I feel like. She just continuously rises.
Yeah. Didn't she? I think, yeah, the last time she lost was to George Lydon for the pro title.
Yeah.
So, and I've never seen her lose. Like, I can't recall any other time she's lost other than that moment. But the worry is she going to get complacent? Like, I think at the minute that's the only way she's probably gonna let it slip. Like, if she kind of goes like, yeah, I've got this. Like, I'll beat everyone in the promotion. I'll beat everyone in the roster, and she's obviously been out and about as well, not just in Kamikaze. So if she kind of just starts to get a bit complacent with it, then I reckon that would be her downfall. But she's obviously got a few injuries as well, hasn't she? So with the last fight she had against Lucia Lee, I think 2 days ago, she obviously had trouble with her leg. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, if that's still there, so to speak. Like, again, I haven't spoken to her about her injuries since. So is it still there? And will MJ Grayson be able to capitalize on it? Is the question, I think.
If it's there, MJ will go for it. If he notices it straight away, he's not a gentleman. He'll just full on brutalise a limb. Chantal, like, I've known her for ages. I can't. She's such a hard worker, and I couldn't see complacency being an issue with her. But like, anything is possible. It's a hard match to call. As I said, I probably would just go with Chantal just because she's just the machine of a person. And I just quickly looked on Cage Match just to see the last time she lost before George, and it was just it took me forever. Like on the actual dojo show, I can't even find probably the last time she lost. It probably would be against Luke Douglas originally when they had the titles. That's how long ago Chantel winning streak is on the dojos most of the time.
Right, yeah, that definitely changes my opinion because I think originally I was going for MJ Grayson because I know he can sniff out things like I just said there, he can sniff out an injury and go for it. But I think if it's been that long since she's had a loss, Chantel's probably going to take this one, I reckon.
Yeah, like literally, last time she like there's one against Sean Custom, which is fair enough. That's one I've just picked out there. But on the dojo show, it literally I think it is going to be. Technically, she lost in a 6-man tag. That's in 2020. There you go. That's the last time. There you go.
Was she pinned?
Oh, you couldn't tell you. So it was seconds and on, which was Hammer Healy, Lucia Lee, and MJ Grayson. So that's really worked well. Yeah,
he's already got a victory over her then.
Yeah, and then it looks like it was a 4-on-3 match because it was Deadly Sins, JK Moody and K9 versus Chantal and the Kamikaze Kid. So it must have been a 4-on-3 match. But yeah, they somehow lost. And MJ Grayson was in the match, so there we go. My opinion may change.
I genuinely can't pick one. I genuinely can't. Like everything you're telling me right now, it's making me swing opinions. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. Like
I can't. I'm that guy that has asked to live on the die on the horse. I do. So I'm going to pick Chantel. MJ's been on, and I normally pick the person who's been on because I'm a nice guy. But yeah, Chantel is just a machine. So, but it's going to be a banger of a match. There's so many good matches on this card. Obviously, for myself, the debuts, I don't know much about them, but you can pick them up. And then Hassan Ryan's going to be a great match. And then Lucille Samuel Lee, I've mixed them up to there. Lucille Lee and Samuel Hughes will be a banger match. But we'll move on to a match that you've probably got an interest in. Actually, what I'll probably do prior to this is there's a match that hasn't been announced, so it's probably going to be announced on the day this video's out, so it's going to be out of date, whatever I say. But there's a man on the poster. He's going to be on it's on the actual video, so I'll mention Marshall X is on the poster. Is the bad man going to decide to turn up and wrestle, or is he just going to decide, you know what, I don't need to do this? I'm hoping he turns up because when Marshall X is around, it's always fun. But he's also on the caliber that he could just turn up at any point just to beat someone up. Yeah. He's that guy.
See, I reckon he's going to show.
Yeah.
He's going to show. Like, I've got no doubt. The only question, obviously, at the minute is against who. Like, my money, like, we had a conversation about this at the dojo. Like, we kind of think it might be Kieran McQueen.
He's not announced as yet, Kieran, is he?
Like, but obviously the question about that is Brandon. Like, where's Brandon going? Because I've not heard about him either. I don't know where he is, and I know he's not sat out. He's not on the side, so I'm a bit curious about where he's going. And I don't think, given how he's obviously Brandon's just been shown to be the Kamikaze Kid and the match they had, I don't think there's any real beef there at the minute. There's nothing for them to. There's no reason for them to go off together. But I reckon it could be Kieran McQueen.
Yeah, it'd be a good match because obviously Brand's fought Marshall. That's the reason he's now Brandon Jordan now. So Kieran, it would be a good match. Like I said, this is all speculation. He could be fighting some random guy off the street, Marshall X. He's that kind of guy, just picking someone out of the crowd.
He might pull you out.
Yeah, I was thinking that as soon as I said it, and I feel like that is something that could be possible because I cause myself issues on this podcast.
So we're picking our words very carefully right now, aren't we?
Yeah. So I don't want anything to do with Marshall X. He's a lovely guy. Oh, yeah. He's a lovely, lovely man. And I'm going to move on to the main event. As I said, because I don't want any beef. So one that you're going to be interested in, surprisingly. So it's the Kamikaze Pro live title. George Lydon's the champion, and he's facing the Skywalker Nate Reilly. You. So, from my opinion, so I've only just caught up because I wasn't at the show previously, but I caught up on demand, and he
Yeah.
put a stunning performance in the roulette rumble to earn a chance at George, and then George recently has just evolved and suddenly just started doing Phoenix splashes. I don't know what he's going to throw out at
That's
you
because of me.
this match. It's because of you.
That's me. That's because of me. I'll take full credit.
You take full
Like,
credit for the Phoenix splash.
yeah, like funnily enough, he might hit me a bit harder on Sunday for me saying this, but we were training at the dojo again on the Wednesday,
Yeah.
and there's a gymnastics club not too far away from it that I go to a fair bit, and I think I just kind of said like, "Let's go," like, "Let's go." So I drove him and like Maximus and Edgar
Yeah.
in my car to go to this gymnastic club. I filmed him learning it. I got the guy there to teach him how to do it. And then a week later, he started doing it. So I will take full credit for that Phoenix splash. I don't care what he says. Like,
Hopefully, you've not done your downfall basically. That'll be salt in the
I have shot
wounds if you. Like, I'm not saying you're going to lose, but if you did lose to a Phoenix splash, now you've explained that.
Like, there will be some work had if it is to a Phoenix splash.
Oh, is
Like,
that the sign of a Georgia Lloydon becoming a dick? I can't imagine him being one, but yeah. So George is being on a roll. Kamikaze fighting people like Chris Ridgway randomly, having match of the nights, incredible matches, winning the triple threat with him, man like the Reese and MJ Grayson, then beating MJ Grayson with the Phoenix Splash. So George is pretty much on not like a roll of a lifetime because he's so young, stupidly young. So like he can only get better, and it's sad at the same time that I'm doing this, and this is probably my peak, and then George Lloydon is doing that. And then obviously yourself. So you won the Roulette Rumble. You fought Luke and Man Like the Reese, so two main star like Kamikaze Pro main show talents. Luke, I think I read that was if I remember that yourself versus Luke was my match of the night in that show. If I will have to have a quick gander at that while I talk, make sure it seems like I'm very professional. And then obviously your match with recently with the Reese, which was a very hard fought matchup. So to go from them to suddenly having a title fight is an incredible story for yourself.
I mean, never expected it. Like, I was kind of like, I was suspicious that I would eventually get to this position where I was having a title fight, but I had no idea it'd be so soon.
Yeah.
Like, because it is, well, it's a pretty big step up, like, especially with seeing the route some other graduates have taken, so to speak. Like, again, not knocking them at all. They deserve it just as much as I do. But like going from Luke to the Reese, then to a title fight. I might be wrong in saying this, but I think I heard somewhere it's never been done in Kamikaze's history. Like, no one's been in this position as fast as I have been.
No, not as early. No, definitely not. I'm gonna. I can't pick of anyone off the top of my head.
Yes, it's surreal to me. It absolutely is surreal to me. Like, I've never expected to be in this position. It's amazing to be in as well. Like, I genuinely can't wait. My worry is I get to Sunday and win, lose, whatever. It won't feel as good as this moment right now.
Yeah, but so I now have preamble to this. Yeah, basically, so the match I rated was Chantel versus Sam Hughes, but I rated yours the same rating. So
Yeah.
pretty much, there you go. You were the match of the night for me at that point. But yeah, so to go as you said, go so quickly to a title fight. Again, it's going to be a great match. Like you're both like high flyers. You taught him a Phoenix Splash, which has said I feel like it's a downfall now, which I do apologise. It's not gonna. He's just gonna. I feel like if he can't pull it out for the finishing, I can't accept it. Because I'd feel terrible for you.
I mean, just remember, I was there when he learned it. There's been a few nights where I haven't been there when he's done it, but I've seen him do it so many times, so I know what his processes. So I know how he gets to the top rope. I know which way he turns. I know how he takes off. So if I get hit with it, then I've done something wrong.
Yeah. Like, the smart thing to do is just do a good old Orange Cassidy. As soon as you see him going up the rope, just roll to the other side of the ring. That's as soon as you see him near the top rope. Nope.
That will not work because he can reach the other side of the ring.
If he hits a spinach splash on the other side of the ring, he deserves to win.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very good match. Like, the two matches you've had been incredible, and George Lloyd, and like, to face him at this peak, like, it's a very much both styles of yourself. It's going to work perfectly. I feel like, like. Oh, as I said, I'm normally nice and say that the person who's on the show is going to win the match. You might win, but I'm gonna stake my bet on George because you know, as you said, it's very, very early on for yourself. Like, you could pull it out of the bag. It could be like the Rocky Balboa moment for you.
I think me and you were about to fall out here.
Just walk off the podcast and be like, okay.
No, I think it's at the minute it could go either way, in my opinion. Like, because
that's good though. I don't want you coming on here going, "Yeah, I'm going to lose," because that would be a terrible way to go into this.
Like, he's going to be tough. I reckon he will probably be possibly the toughest I've had so far. Because I haven't had a match with.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Says it all. But I've also just come off facing the heavyweight champion. Like, and I gave him a run for his money. I got him worried for a second then. Like,
you fight a lot of titles. I've just realised, yeah, and Luke's the tag team title champ. You're prize fighter. You are. That's the nickname I'm going with now.
I might steal that prize fighter. But I'm walking around dojo head held high, just like, I only face champions, mate. I only face champions, but and then I swiftly get put back in my place when my wife gives me 100 burpees. But like, no, when it comes to this match, though, like, I do move differently than anyone else at Kamikaze. I do, like, say, prime example would be the handspring to the enziguri, the side flip over people, the moonsault to inverted DVT. No one else at Kamikaze does that at the minute.
Yeah, it's confidence as well. You've just got pure confidence.
Well, there you go. Like, some guys there who are currently doing moonsaults, I showed how to do moonsaults. So, so it's just down to that. Like, obviously, my head can't fit through the door, so I don't know how I'm going to win a match that I can't walk to the federation pub with. But that's what I'm banking on. Like, we're both agile, we're both high flyers. He hits harder than me, I will admit. Like, one forearm I took from him, he hit me so hard I thought I owed him money, basically. But like, so that's what I'm going to be avoiding. I'm going to be avoiding the strikes. I do not want to get into a striking exchange with him, like I have done with like man like Reese, for example.
Yeah.
But I think it's too early to say who's going to win this one. This will be an interesting one to watch, and it will be very, very close.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt about it.
I'll be honest, I can't see it going past match of the night. Like, I'm looking forward to it. The question is, obviously I lured Samuel Hughes to the dark side. Are you going to be clean in this match, Nate?
I am going to be clean. I have no intention of doing this dirty one. If I win a title, I want it to be done through blood, sweat, and tears. Like, you won't see me kicking George Wyden in the dick.
I really want you to. Now you've said that, if you do it, I can use this clip forever.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to send that to me. Right, yeah. If I kick him in the dick, you are going to send this podcast like a clip of that in particular and say, just with the caption, "You lied." Just so I can see that.
Get it on the next Kamikaze Pro 33, just on the Titantron, you saying it perfectly on there, and then just the image.
Like, don't give Marshall that idea.
No, like, yeah, I can imagine it's going to be a very, very. I can't see you. You're a very clean guy. George is a very clean guy. It's just going to be a straight down the middle fight, and I'm very much looking forward to it. As I said, you're going to pick yourself to win. I've had to go with George for. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. So that's
You should have stuck
the
with you that thing. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just a bad person. So yeah, basically that's the end of the show. So that, as we said, there may be a Marshall X match, there may not be. Marshall does what he wants. Kieran's still not to be announced. Them, as usual, they may have a rumor, they may not. Which are always fun when they do happen. So before we start shelling my side of this, we've got your Instagram below your beautiful face. Tell them about the rest of your socials.
So I think my Instagram is oh god, what is my Instagram?
Nate underscore Reilly underscore PW because I can see it on my screen. There you go.
That's correct. I do own that Instagram. I do swear down. And my Twitter with 2 followers probably is Nate Reilly PW.
There we go. I'll whack that in the description. So as usual, everyone else, like and subscribe. Go see this show. This will be out to, well, I'm saying it will be out. I don't know what I'm explaining. You're watching it. The tickets are still on sale. It's Letchford Social Club. It's a great venue. There's a bar as well for anyone that likes a bevy like I do. Banging shows Kamikaze have been putting on. Like the last show was the best show you've done by far, and this card looks even better, so it's going to be stupid. But yeah, as usual, just like and subscribe. Comment down below who you want us to get on. Alex will be on again, but I'll be reviewing the show and I'll actually be there, so expect Alex to absolutely get back to his usual, just ruining my life. If JRC wins, it's going to be worse for me. That's the reason I picked Alex to win. And yeah, so that's goodbye from myself.
All right, thanks very much for having me, mate.
No worries. Thanks for coming on, and goodbye, everyone.
All right, have a good one, mate. Bye bye.